Live with session 4, the Goblin-Orc Nation Liberation.
Oh no.
Does anyone remember what we did last time? As we're short a player? Our normal
Yeah, so
recapper?
last session I cut her down.
Who?
The missing player.
Oh, damn, okay.
No, I
RIP.
didn't. Oh. I wanted to cut down a wizard.
We let the goblins that we found go free, even though Akazira really wanted to eat them. We found the loot, which was crates of iron ore, as well as a scroll that was very odd, that we learned like it kept changing what it said on it. Initially, it started with killing a boar and ended with climbing a tree. So we took that. We ended up hiding the ore, but Akazira put, I think, 50 pounds in her bag. And then there was an orc who was coming to get the scroll, not realizing, what had previously happened there. But then they vanished. We thought they vanished, but they just seemed to become invisible. And we felt them spying on us and got a note asking us to let them scry on us, explaining that the scroll is very powerful, but it's dark magic and dangerous, and that we shouldn't bring it to the city, so we should give it to them for safekeeping. We agreed to meet up with them near the shoreline, which was on the way to Rachel. We did some scouting. This guy's name was Dolthu Blackblade, and said the scroll was very important for the fate of the world, and said, "I'll pay you anything." And then we learned he did not mean that when we asked for 50,000 gold. But we agreed on 10,000 and swore on Arfin. He said that he thinks there's an organization that's trying to make the world worse that is helping the trolls and the giants, and think that they had given the scroll to the troll. Nuvea Lotus, I think, was the name of the organization that he works with. There's a new poem on the scroll when we look at it again. We get the money, we walk off, and we make camp, but then Dot and Gamix snuck back and watched the guy flicker in and out and fade away. So they're on the shoreline with our camp. I don't know what time of day it is now.
It is approaching the early afternoon. Good recap. What would you guys like to do? Rush back to town? It's a days away. You could probably get there in the middle of the night if you rush now, or you can relax and just make camp where you are.
If there's any need to travel in the middle of the night, but I feel like since we already made camp here, we might as well stay here for the rest of the day, and we can travel tomorrow. How does that sound to y'all?
Fine. Yeah.
What you gonna make us to eat today, honey?
I still have leftover.
Are you gonna heat it up at least?
Of course. Troll is good.
Can you make any jerky out of it or anything?
Some.
How does it come out? 25? It's
All right.
a lower than average roll for Akazara, but it's still pretty good.
Well, what do you want to do when we get back to the city? I mean, obviously we should report kind of what happened with the scroll and about the ore and turn in the ore.
We have a lot of money. Should probably do something with that.
Yeah, I need to think about the best use for that. I mean, we don't have to spend it all right now. Are there things that you folks need?
Could use to cut more. Cut
You
harder.
mean a better weapon?
No, just cut harder.
Not a better weapon.
My weapon is good. Just needs an upgrade.
Right, that would make it a better weapon.
You're saying it like I need to buy a different weapon.
You want to make your weapon better. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
How much will that cost?
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Gimmicks? You need any upgrades for your arm?
Be nice.
Do you know how much they cost?
I don't do appraising, I don't know.
Well, can you upgrade your arm? I thought your arm upgrades automatically. Yeah, your arm will upgrade automatically. At third level, it gets a +1. At every 4 levels after that, it goes up 1 more. You can change the type of stuff on your arm. So, like, you can make it out of silver, or you can make it out of mithril, or something like that. But
Well, we could also take some time to research what will set us up well to battle the next troll.
mm-hmm.
That would probably be wise, since we know the combats will only get more challenging.
Alright.
Actually, hold on a sec. I'm trying to make sure of something. It's normally max dex of 6. Okay. You are at 6 right now. Restore armor. Let's change. Sure.
What are you looking into?
What armor is best for Michelle's character? Because it's very similar to your character.
Armor.
Yeah, arm or.
Well, what do you all want to do tonight? I got some cards if anyone wants to play.
I don't want to lose again. That's all I do when I play.
What did you say, Gimmicks?
I'll play.
It's your game of choice. Don't say solitaire.
No one ever wants to play solitaire.
How about we play a little poker?
Alright, alright.
We can bet using some of our newfound wealth. Is there something we can roll to see who wins the game?
If you want.
Yes.
You can do it by game or by hand. I don't know if you want to do like a hand roll, or if you want to do just like we play like 10 games and see who wins. You want to roll per each game? I don't know how you want to do it.
John, you
We'd
gotta
probably
load up
play
a...
like
What we're all gonna do is we're all gonna load into one of those Texas Hold'em gambling sites.
Oh yeah, we all just play for real.
No.
We're gonna play poker for an hour.
I'd say let's see what the outcome of 5 games would be.
All right. So yeah, each person can roll me. I'll let you choose. You can pick the die and pick how you want to win, high or low, or a certain number.
Let's D100 be. Wait, how is it in poker? Wait, that's not how poker works.
Usually
Lowest
the
wins.
Lowest wins. Okay, yeah. Go D100,
In
100.
this circumstance.
Oh, 57.
Not great.
That's like a middle of the row hand. You got like a 2 pair or something. Oh, slightly better. Probably
you did
2 pair
worse.
with a higher kicker.
Can you roll for Dot, John?
I can do that actually.
You not playing, honey?
And lose? I don't have money to lose.
It's all fun money.
Oh, Dot has like just a 1 pair. She doesn't got much.
No. Remember, I said low was better.
Oh, you said
that
low
means
was better.
Dot
Sorry,
won.
sorry. So
Yeah.
she's winning. Oh, so Oz
Mhm.
isn't playing?
Mm-mm.
All right, Dot wins. Next game, go.
Very middle of the road. And Dot beat us.
Oh,
Oh,
she got
she
like
did
nothing.
bad
Yeah,
that
she was
time. Too
bluffing. She was
confident.
bluffing. Yeah.
Bluffing did not work. Oh, I did not do well that time. Damn it.
Oh.
Ooh, Dot actually got a good hand.
That's now it's the fourth game, right?
Yeah.
We've had 3 games, yeah.
All right. Ooh,
Oh.
that's like a full
There we
house.
go.
Damn, Tara wins. All right, last game. All for all the marbles.
Oh, my favorite number.
Ooh,
So I won, what, 3 out of 5?
yeah.
Not too bad. I'll take it. Wait, GameX, did you win any?
No.
And that's why Aki said she didn't want to play. She's like, oh, just lose. See, you might not have lost.
Mm.
Yeah, I might have lost.
Well, it's nice to play to pass the time.
Yeah. Any other discussions you have before you guys hit the hay?
Let's see.
So for Gamax could probably use to get a. Oh no, you have a belt of dexterity. Never mind. You don't even need that yet. You're good on that.
Anyone have any fun ghost stories or other bedtime stories that they want to tell?
I don't want to see ghosts. Sounds scary.
Okay, well, tell us a story about the best meal you ever ate.
Oh, you're not telling ghost stories, so now I need to change the music again. Alright, best meal you ever ate, much different vibe.
The best meal I ever ate wasn't my own. Happens when you don't get to eat when you're being punished. You manage to find a plate that's not been finished yet, and you eat your lord's food.
So you
That's the
basically
best
just
meal
say
you'll ever
food
have.
is good when you're starving.
Yes.
That's not exactly what I was going for, but alright. What about you, Gamix?
Still on the same question?
Yeah. Is there a different question you're itching to answer?
I don't know, I was more invested in the ghost stories idea, but...
Tell us a ghost story. Make the DM change the music again. Oh, prove his commitment to us.
Commitment to the bit. A good ghost story.
The flame crackles.
I'm chewing on some troll jerky, waiting in suspense.
I'm looking at these boots. I'm biting at them a little bit to see if they taste funny. Because they're made out of leather, right? Well, you're thinking about that. They're made out of leather, right?
Let's check. Yeah. They just taste like some. I don't know how often you've tasted leather, but it just tastes like that.
Quite a bit when I've had to kill animals to eat them. I taste it sometimes to make sure there's no like taste of disease.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a different sort of taste, like something different about the magic maybe changes the flavor.
No.
Smells like leather as well. There's no unusual scent to it.
Yeah, you sniff along it. Smells like. It does smell a little. It has like that smell of something that hasn't been worn in forever, and it just seems like it's been like when you're looking inside, you see like a little cobweb that you can like clean out.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll take to sort of polishing it a bit.
Yeah, they could use. Well, I don't think the quality of the shoe ever deteriorates because it's magical, yada yada. But yeah.
Yeah, but it still gets dust and dirt on it. So.
Yeah, so you can shine them up. Once you remove the thin layer of dust on it, it shines a little brighter, emits a little faint light.
Do they seem tougher if I like start throwing them at like a nearby tree?
And I'll say, what are you doing?
I need to see if they're good.
Yeah, I saw you licking them.
They have
Boot
to
liquor
taste
is
okay.
a whole different thing.
If they're made out of cheap leather, I'll taste it.
And then do what with it? Like, what? Not use them?
Sell it.
As
Okay.
you're talking, you tie this like little piece of rope around the shoe and you chuck it at the tree. It hits the tree solidly. You pull it back, inspect it. Seems like no damage. You definitely chucked it hard enough that a normal leather boot would have been scuffed and scratched, but spotless.
Good boot.
Yeah, you want me to make you taste it again?
Mmm. I mean,
So about that ghost story, you think of anything, Gamix?
Yeah, I might have something. A long time ago, deep in a dark, dense forest, there was a goblin camp. Lively and bustling, always on the move. They were hunters, naturally. But one day, the predator became the prey, and a swarm of creatures came into the village and ripped everything and everyone apart.
What were they?
The gods only know.
why couldn't they just kill them with axes?
Not everybody is an axe killer like you. Have an imagination.
It's because they won't pick them up. Look, Gamax could take axe and use. Here, try.
How's that
I'm-
feel?
Heavy.
Yeah, it would be incredibly heavy because I right now have on my
Yeah.
character sheet the regular weight for one. It should actually be 4 times this. So I basically handed you like 100-pound axe.
Yeah, this is why not everyone can use one. Goblins are too small. It does not work.
Mmm.
They were also unprepared for such an attack.
Why?
They were jumped by the creatures, basically.
Like while they were sleeping or something?
So the creatures jump.
That's... They took them by surprise.
Oh. Because they could jump.
I'm sure they could jump. That's not...
Confused.
That's okay, honey. You're cute. That helps.
This end of story, or you've got more story? The jumping surprisers, what did they do?
Well, they took care of all the goblins.
What do you
say
mean
that.
took care of them? They ate them?
They say that none survived. Most likely eaten.
Was this me? This story about me?
I don't.
Well, you tell a story about me in the future.
No.
Hmm.
Definitely wasn't you.
Oh.
Is this actually people that you know of? Or is this just a story?
That's a good question.
That you won't answer. This is actually what happened to Gamex's family while they weren't there.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Why would that be
Whoa,
nice?
That was dark.
You know,
No, I'm confused.
if I wasn't there.
I mean, no, it wouldn't be nice because... Oh, you mean you were there but you weren't killed. Oh, you were part of the attackers, maybe.
Okay, now you're getting a little too far.
It's
Got
okay.
too close to the real story, huh?
I think it's important to make sure you get rid of anything that's a problem.
Can't get rid of anything, that's a problem.
Other goblin tribes? Big problem I hear amongst goblins. You have to kill them, skin them, and eat them. To show dominance, right?
Lord. You got any stories?
Me?
Yeah, that was not a story you told about the best meal you ever ate. That was just like, oh, hey, my life was sad.
You want a story? I'll give you a story. Have you ever seen what it looks like? I guess maybe one of you has, to cut down at least half a dozen, if not dozens, not maybe even hundreds of goblins that are saving you, but at the same time wanting to enslave you? That's a
Okay.
scary thing. So many of them you don't think you'll be able to survive. But you cut,
And then you did.
and cut, and cut, and cut, and cut. And they cry, and cry, and cry. You cut more.
I think I'm ready to go to bed soon.
Our stories are bringing you down.
Yeah, they're, I don't know, kind of dark.
You asked for ghost stories.
Ghost stories can be spooky, they don't have to be depressing.
Oh.
I don't know. I met the person once before named Zombie Rob, and he say that the best stories are gruesome.
Yeah, well, I disagree, I guess.
I don't know. He was part of some kind of band of bards.
That doesn't mean we have to trust his opinion.
He seemed like an expert, dressed like one.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna tuck in for the night. I can take second or third watch.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on things as best I can. Until then.
Yeah, you guys have a nice, peaceful rest. You guys can hit your rest macro thingies if you need to. I don't know if anyone's low HP or needs it. But you can awake fully rested. And you make your journey back to town. If someone can try out the new roll table I made, I need you to set your roll thing to blind GM roll.
Okay.
And go to the rollable tables and there should be one. You see Rachel Region 1. If you right-click it, you should be able to draw result.
Okay, now I'm lost.
I got
Roll tables.
There we
Okay.
go, yeah. And you guys can see that, right? You
I just
shouldn't-
see that you.
I can see
roll
that there are
privately.
22 results, and the formula is 1d100. But outside of that, I can't see anything. I can't see what you rolled.
Okay, cool. I like this a lot. These are really cool to do like this. Although I don't like that you can't see what you rolled. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess we can talk about it later, but
Yeah.
yeah, a round of perception checks from the party to see if you guys see the thing.
Okay. Oops, that's blind. I guess that's the way it should be.
Sure.
Do you
Whatever.
want it to be a blind jam roll or a public
Whatever
roll?
you want. If you don't want to know how well you were looking. You're looking pretty good. Okay. Oh, I have to do that. Gotcha. Let's see if you guys can see it. Katara, you see, what is the description of this creature?
Looks like your mom.
Really
Jesus.
cuddly, very fluffy and friendly.
It smiles and says, "I love you. I will fight for you in any battle."
It's actually a Care Bear. Pretty funny.
So you're walking on the road when Gamix and Akazara, they must not have seen this thing, but because they're just walking by, not even like glancing in this direction, but you notice this stag-headed humanoid. It has large sweeping antlers and wields a finely crafted longbow. It kind of like glances at you from like maybe 75 feet away in like one of the tree lines. You're kind of on the main road, but you kind of saw it in between the trees. It's not like aiming its bow at you, but it has its bow ready and it's like looking at you. Do you want to do anything?
You said it's in the tree line, meaning it's up in a tree, or is it on the ground?
It's on the ground, but it's like you're on the road, and then there's like trees on either
Yeah.
side of you, and it's like foresty kind of, and you notice it like 75 feet to your left, in like the trees. Not
Hey,
in
yo,
a tree,
you see
but
that thing over there?
Hmm?
yeah, they can
Up
see it if
ahead?
you point it out.
Hey, you there?
Whoa, what is this language? Oh.
Are you as delicious as your head looks?
That's not the way we greet people.
Why not?
A booming, not a booming voice, but like a loud, like, kind of voice returns your comment and says, "Keep moving, traveler, as long as you mean the woods no harm. I mean you no harm."
Okay. We will keep going.
It's
What do you
nods.
mean by mean the woods no harm?
Girl, I said
Is
we're
this
gonna
like-
keep going.
We can't hunt?
I mean, you do not needlessly break branches, chop trees down, or harm its residents if not to eat, or if you do it for sport.
What are you, boss of the forest?
I am one of its many protectors.
Akazira, what did I tell you?
Okay.
Good day,
We'll
travelers.
continue on. Good day to you.
You'll notice, like, the speech you heard back was, each of you heard it in your native languages. So
And I'm assuming the
That's
thing's
cool.
mouth didn't move.
it did move.
Oh, okay.
And you just heard it in your native tongue.
Got it.
But yeah, I guess you guys keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. You guys' journey is not a lengthy one. You get to the gates of Rachel. The guards let you in without much of a bother. And you're back in the city proper. The city's busy. There are plenty of orcs, goblins, walking around, hobgoblins. More than humans. It's like abundant in the city. Bustling around. A few dwarves here and there. Where do you guys head?
We will head to check in with Ronald.
Okay. You can go to his shop in town, or you can go to the tavern. He's probably in his shop at this hour. So yeah, you can go by his shop and report on your mission. I'm assuming that's what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Yeah, you get there. He's in the middle of serving a customer, but we'll be quickly done with them within a few minutes. You guys can look around the shop. It's impressive. A lot of wares and finely crafted goods hanging on the walls. And after
spend some of our loot money here if we want it.
Yeah, if you want, you can get a discount from Ronald, but he mostly has like it depends what you want.
Accessories.
Yeah, if you want like a specific like accessory, he probably doesn't have it, but if you want like a magical item, any wondrous magical item, he can probably craft it for you if he doesn't already have it. But yeah, he's done with the customer. He greets you. He's Dot lets you guys know that she wants to do her own thing for a few days. She's got something she wants to do, so she hurries off mysteriously.
Very suspicious.
She assures you it's nothing of the kind and just wants some. She has something she wants to do that's a personal nature.
We're probably just getting on her nerves with our weird stories and boot licking.
I had to make sure it was good. I don't want to wear bad boots. That's the way you lose a fight. You trip on shoes.
There are lots of ways to lose a fight. Anyway, hi Ronald. Came to update you based on the last mission. So everything went relatively fine. We were able to take down the troll and the goblins and such that were there for the most part. We found there's a lot of ore that we hid away. We brought back about 50 pounds of it. And then there was this weird scroll. Are you ever familiar with the scroll where every time you look at it, it says something different? We know it's magical, but...
Yeah. Let's see if he knows about that. Where is my... Oh, there's Ronald. Oh, he does have Knowledge Arcana. There you go. Yes, he tells you that he has heard of such magic. When you describe it to him. And then, yeah, he asks you what happened to it. I don't want to, like, roleplay his voice into a PC.
There's somebody here.
Well, you went super robotic, but I think I know what you said. But yeah, but Steve doesn't know what I need him to say.
Yeah, that's correct.
Fine.
I'll just
So
use my
we
generic
ended up-
dwarf voice. That's fine.
We're not supposed to talk about, I thought.
What do you
I
mean?
think it's safe
It
to
could-
tell Ronald.
Yeah, if it has details, that I asked you to find details of what's going on. This could be important.
So there was an orc that visited us and said it was important that the scroll not come back into the city, that it was related to dangerous magic and related to people who were doing bad things, and that he is part of a group, via Lotus, that is trying to prevent that. And we sold him the scroll.
He ponders for a moment. What did you say this orc's name was?
His name was Blackblade. Dalthu Blackblade.
He thinks, I haven't heard of that name before. And what organization was he even?
Nuvea Lotus. What?
I thought he said we're not supposed to tell.
We're supposed to tell Ronald everything. You trust him, don't you?
Yes, but money.
What do you mean, you're taking bribes to withhold information?
We took bribe for information.
What? You gave him information for money?
Yes.
Oh, what did you tell him? How can you trust him?
He wanted scroll.
Oh.
We gave scroll in exchange for information and money.
We didn't really give any information.
No.
Or we didn't really.
We
get
asked
any.
for information.
Yeah, we didn't get a ton though.
So you weren't able
Here.
to tell what scroll it
He
was?
gave us this much money, and I'll like slam the sack on the counter.
She's so dramatic.
How much is in there?
1,000 platinum.
Wow. What was on the scroll, do you know?
I told you it kept changing. Like when we looked at it one time, it said these weird instructions.
And where did you
like
get
this
this
list
scroll?
of steps. It was with the. I forget who had it. It was at the site where we took down the troll.
Something tried whispering in your ear to get you to bring it up to it as well.
Well, the orc.
Yeah.
We assume.
I don't know if you wanted to give that detail as well. That's why I was mentioning it.
Yeah.
Scroll
I mean,
could
the
have been-
orc scried on us.
I wish you had brought this scroll to me. I could have sent it to Bisaba and got it deciphered. It could have had information. Maybe it was secrets of the enemy.
How much would Bisabe give us?
I don't know. If it led to information crucial to this effort, I'm sure he'd well compensate you.
Well, the other person said any amount we asked for, but then backtracked when we asked for too much. But the party said it was okay, so...
And how do you know you can trust him? What if he was the enemy himself? Recovering stolen intel.
See? I told you he smelled funny.
Oh my god.
What?
He also,
Yeah, he smelled funny. He licked boots.
What was
No,
that?
I licked the boot.
Gamex, what were you saying?
he was also pretty insistent that bringing it into the city would be a death sentence. There's too many people looking for it.
We believed him.
Really? Well, perhaps you made the right call. A shame we don't know what it really truly was, I guess. But I trust you
The
all.
best call I could make with the information I had at the time.
Well said, well said.
Also, can you do something with this? And I plop 50 pounds of iron ore down.
Oh, yes. The iron ore you said you left at the camp. We'll have to send
I
someone.
took some of it.
Aye. Well, I can deal with that for you. And I can,
Good, you're gonna use it for us, right?
can use it for you, and I can also exchange it for coin if that's what you prefer. If it's something I can't make you.
Well, I need my axe to be better, and I dropped that 100-pound thing on the counter.
Ah! Careful with that thing.
Oh, I thought your counter was good.
Oh, the finest. But that's a 100-pound axe, it looks like. Alright, what...
Well,
It looks like we'll have to wait for Dot to take down that rock troll camp I told you about. But I got a few other things you could help me with. But before that, sounds like you got some coin to spend and some upgrades you be wanting.
I want this axe to be magic. Everybody else has magic. I want some magic.
An easy enough thing to do. I can do that. What about the rest of you?
She should get this belt, and I'm pointing over to Kit. This belt has been good for me. She should have a belt like this one. I have a belt of giant strength.
I could definitely get you one of those.
Oh, and these boots. I tasted them. They taste normal, but they're very tough. Can you figure out what they do?
You want to taste them yourself? Apparently that's all the rage now.
I threw them at a tree, and they didn't get dirty.
Yeah, he clears the desk off a bit. He moves your axe to the side, puts the boots in front of him. He rubs his hands. He says, "Stand back! I'm about to do some powerful magic." And he starts casting a spell.
All right. I get out of the way.
Yeah. And he will cast his spell and make his check. Oh my god. I just want to reveal that.
Oh, I thought there was the oh my god on the bad side.
No, he gets a natural 20 to identify.
Good job, Ronald.
And he...
Good job, old me.
After a few moments of hemming and hawing and him circling the desk and looking at the boots, he says, "Yeah, no doubt about it." Pardon me. Their boots are springing and striding.
They didn't taste like they had springs in them.
No, these boots will make you faster. You can go 10 feet faster than you normally could. In addition, you'll be able to make great leaps. You'll be able to jump farther.
Oh, you were talking about me. Jumping, slaying all the goblins.
How do I reveal these again?
There's a little checkbox when you're in the edit screen. That says identified, and or unidentified.
Oh, there we go.
And you check it.
There we go. Identified.
All right, I'm putting them on. Bloop.
How will that when you have a different speed than me for us to stay in step?
I just move up to whatever your speed is.
Oh, but then you don't get the benefit of it.
Well, eventually, what can end up happening is we can get you lighter armor, and then because you already have the rage the fast movement from Barbarian. So if we can get you lighter armor, then we can move even faster together. So this was fortuitous that I got these, or I can also get greater armor, and that'll let me go at 30 feet with better armor on, which will reduce my chance to be hit by a small percentage. But any percentage is better than I get hit every time something rolls a die.
Anything else
right now,
I can work on for you? Or was that it?
What would Dot want? Could she have said before?
Yeah, we can just slot in, she says, before she leaves, and then we can have that. I don't know how much funds you want to set aside for her, but yeah, obviously I'm not going to decide for her, so we can just say that happens.
Between Whitney and I, we're spending 6,000. Because the belt is for the magic and that's dependent upon whatever discount Ronald's going to give us.
Yeah, I'll let you know the discount after you give me your final list.
So it'll be the belt for Kit, the axe for me, and then do we make?
Gamex.
We should probably make Gamex's armor magical. And then that'll give quite a bit of money available for Dot to use.
Excellent. So yeah, you can just add those to your sheets, and we can kind of time skip or roleplay in this city while they're getting made. Just note or expend the money that is 35% discounted.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Wait, sorry. Did Jess have the money on her sheet?
No, it's in my bag of holding.
Okay, so it's on your sheet.
I also tell him that as I'm putting the money out and getting ready. Well, first of all, how much is the iron? Let's start there. How much is the iron itself worth?
Let me see. There is some economy issues. And iron is, or at least was. You had 50 pounds?
50 pounds, yeah.
Oh my god, my search things. I can give you 250 gold. For the
Okay,
iron.
so I'll take that away from the total. And then I will take the rest out of the platinum.
It would just be the +2 belt of giant strength, right?
Yes, +2 belt of giant strength.
I have acquired it.
Cool. So we actually still have quite a bit of platinum left over if we want to think about stuff to buy at some point, but I think these are the most important things that we can get. And then Michelle, if you want to hit edit on your armor and then change the enhancement bonus to 1 under the details.
Yeah, let me know if you have trouble finding it. I can help.
2, 1.
Can I get like a headband of imagination? Is
What's
that a thing?
What do you want it to do?
I feel like it's hard as a party leader sometimes to know what I'm supposed to do. So if I have a better imagination, I can think about all the different possibilities and determine the best course of action.
There's a headband of social competence. You want that?
No, that I mean that might help because I think that gives an intimidate bonus, but
Ooh.
you could it might actually be in our best interest to get you some sort of thing that gives you a bonus to intimidate.
Wait,
Well.
you said
We have
it's a
leftover
headband
money.
of social competence?
Yeah, just I don't see intimidate though. It just does.
Okay, that's not intimidate.
Includes any action that would increase the DCs of diplomacy checks to alter the attitudes of those. Oh, so it does help your ability. And whenever you're trying to alter the attitudes of those around you, or worsen the attitude of a person, the wearer considers very important. The effect was similar to that of a blah blah blah. The headband simply alters the wearer of the alerts the wearer of the consequences before she can perform the action. Oh, so basically it's
I
like
feel like-
yeah, it's like it
Wait,
warns
it's a
you
headband
for
of what? Social.
competence.
Competence.
It warns you
I feel
before you
like
commit
I'm
a social
looking-
misstep.
Yeah, I feel like I'm looking more for something to help me with decision making.
Hmm.
Headband for that.
Headband of ponderous recollection,
Like something to
unshakable
help
resolve.
my intuition.
No, Whitney, I don't think there's a thing that will change you as a person.
Well, there's a headband that gives you plus to your wisdom,
Fuck you.
which theoretically makes your character more wise.
I mean, how much is that?
No, don't.
5.6k.
Oh, that's pricey.
Yeah, it gives you plus
What-
2
what
bonus to your wisdom score.
What I think would be in our best interest, though, would actually be to get you something that magically enhances your intimidate. That's not
Like
a
what?
bad idea, since we have even more money if with Ronald's discount.
Like, what kind of options are there for that?
There's
Yeah,
some other funny headbands that I'm finding. Headband of intuition. It gives you foresight, allowing you to determine whether or not a particular course of action will grant weal or woe. That helps with decision making. 3 times a
The hell
day.
is wheel? Whoa.
Woe
Good or
is
bad?
bad, weal is good. 3 times per day, the wearer of this headband can, as a standard action, gain information about a specified course of action, as if using the augury spell. That essentially does what you asked. It helps with decision making. It'll tell you if a decision will lead to bad or good outcomes.
Yeah, my right hand lady thinks it's a bad investment. What was that one called, John?
Headband of intuition.
I want to ask Ronald about how, like, if there's. I like to run into battle as fast and as strong as I can, and if I'm looking for armor, I was wondering if there's anything that would like give me powers like a creature that rushes in with horns or something like that.
Ah, you'll be talking about rhino hide, maybe.
Oh yes, that sounds like something I would want. Does it give me a horn where I can cut into them or something?
I don't think so. Oh, what current armor are you wearing?
Right now I'm just wearing leather lamellar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'd like something better, and
If you-
this would do both at the same time.
Yeah, if you got the coin, I can make you a hide that makes you charge into battle like a rhino.
We'll eventually have the money. Can we have you start on it? So I don't have to wait on it, and when I come back, I can pay for it?
That's fine by me. I can start making it. And it should be ready by the time you have the coin for it.
Cool. Throw that on her list of things to get.
So what do you actually think about the headband of intuition? Because to me it sounds great. I mean, also for my personal life, yes, but
Yeah, but it doesn't exist in your personal life, Whitney.
I know, but I
buying
think
this
for
for your
my
character does not
character-
give it to you. I think you don't need. Why would you need anything that gives you a wisdom bonus?
this one isn't a wisdom bonus. It is, you can have a standard action where you get information about what your plan is to see if it will be good
Wait,
or
what was
bad.
this again? Sorry.
Headband
Of intuition. It is pricey.
No, always gets Oh, you always get a meaningful reply. That's the advantage to this. I don't think this is useful right now. I don't hate it though. Because I think
love it.
I know. I bet. I mean, this is the kind of thing where I'm not, as a player, I'm not going to tell you not to get it. Like as a team player, I'm not going to say like I think this item is directly bad. I think the fact that that last line of "except the wearer always gets a meaningful reply" is basically the fix that augury needs. Because augury by itself is a terrible spell unless like you create special rules for it or you know exactly the perfect question to ask, because it has a 75% chance to be wrong.
Right, so it sounds like there's a but here. Like you're
Or,
not
I'm sorry,
telling me it's
20%.
the wrong thing.
So there's more optimal things to do, but I also think that like optimal is a variable word. I think that there are times where like sometimes certain things end up more useful than you expect. And sometimes a GM just gives you an item that he doesn't think is going to be that bad, and then every encounter suddenly gets solved because he gave them that item arbitrarily, even though he really shouldn't have, and the monsters just keep ending up getting trapped in the cloak every time it happens.
It only captures one mob.
They capture like 3.
It only works once per day.
Yeah, but it didn't matter, John. Every encounter had some monster get trapped in it.
Well, yeah, that's the point. It's a one-hit kill to something.
I'm just giving you a hard time because I thought it would be funny. That's why I said it.
I don't mind the item. It doesn't actually kill them too, so there's revenge happening.
No, it does not. And it ended up working out against the Arfin Cleric.
If it does matter, because augury and the item feels very lackluster if you just ask something and I say wheel, and then you're like, okay, what does that mean? So I will give you like meaningful answers. I will give you like hints and stuff. So
yeah, I think it would be an interesting item, especially for a player like you who is in charge. I don't think, though, that right now we can afford the cost, but I think if we were to get this, like, the next time we get a windfall of money, it would be a good investment. What I would say right now would be the best investment would be something that gets your Intimidate up. And that's what I was about to search for and then kept forgetting. But I actually think it's a very good idea, because it might actually help with the biggest worry you have in the game.
Well, I'm just going to say you guys were talking about this in front of Ronald, and he's kind of clears his throat and says, I don't know about intimidation, but this headband of intuition, that's something I actually have on hand. And if you're willing to do one of those things I mentioned on the side for me, I will give you the headband if you succeed.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes. I am interested. We can still think about the intimidation item, but...
Mm-hmm. I'm just opening up the world map. How about you? He looks at Gamix. Are you interested in a little side adventure while you wait for your friend?
I guess.
Don't be too excited about it.
Something team bonding. I'm guessing.
Yes, this will be a good team bonding exercise, and you'll have to fill in Dot on what she missed out when she gets back. I have a package that needs delivering. It's quite tricky. Can't be teleported, or else I would have got our high-level mage to do it for me. It's too valuable to hand to a regular courier. And he kind of goes below his counter there, and he pulls out this big. It's like as big as his torso. It's like made of lead, and has like these silver inlines on the corners of it. It's got this big, beefy lead lock that's like on it. And he's
You really dying, John? You okay?
Yeah, I just got a cough. The more I talk, the more it like happens, I guess. So he slides it across the table, kind of fixes it in front of you guys, and says, "If you can bring this over here, and you let me know it's been delivered safely, mission accomplished."
Where do you need it delivered?
You love sending us this fucking circus, John.
Have you guys haven't been there before?
Not this party, but in Argarthia we went to the circus.
Did you guys go? I couldn't remember.
Yeah, I went and I met with the devil or the demon that was linked to the.
Oh, that's
the
right.
jailers,
That's how you guys. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait, where did you say we're going?
The circus.
Here, do you see my ping?
Oh, I see it. What's the item?
You need not concern yourself with that.
I mean, we need to know, like, is there something inside of it that needs to be fed?
No.
Should we worry that it could try and burst out and run away?
Nope. It's just a normal crate of lead. That's locked securely.
Normal crate of. Can it go in a bag of holding?
Indeed.
All right, put it in.
All right, open the bag up.
I'll
Who
open up the
did we
bag.
deliver it to at the circus?
He's like shoving it in the bag. It's like barely fitting in the whatever. And then as he gets a final push and you just hear just like cracks in the bottom of the bag. He says, "There's an old lady. She does the fortune telling there. She commissioned this to be sent to her. So she's the customer."
Do we need to get any proof of receipt or anything from her?
Nope, I take your word. I mean, obviously I'll heal it back if you didn't deliver it. But
If we kill anybody, do we get to keep the wealth?
what do you mean, kill who?
I don't know. If something opposes us in the way.
On the way there? Yeah, of course. No.
And while we're there.
Oh, I mean, it's just...
What if the circus becomes enraged and fights us?
Well, then, of course, if you're defending yourself. But I wouldn't just
All
attack
right.
them. They're known to be...
No, don't cheat.
They're quite a
No,
famous
turn
traveling circus. They usually are in that location right now, but they usually move around the country performing. They're not known to
Alright.
just attack people, so you should be okay.
All right.
All right. Well, there's no time, no rush on this, so get some supplies or rest up in town and leave whenever, and then let me know when you're back and you've done it, and your headband's all yours. Any questions?
I'll keep thinking about what I want for my other item with our money. Do you have any
Alright.
thoughts on this maiden's helm? Whether it's any good?
Made it, so. Well, it's pretty much what you're looking for, no?
Yeah, I just, I don't know, it just popped up in my head.
Sounds like Steve sent that to you.
What? John, why do you have so little
I was
belief in my
confused. I thought you were
research
asking me
ability?
out of character about it, but you're asking Ronald about it.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yes, I can start working on this. It'll take a few days. I don't know if you want it before you head out. If so, then you'll have to give me a few days. I'm assuming you want all your items before you head out. So you'll have to wait a bunch of days, and I'll have them all ready for you. And then you can head out, do this task, get your headband when you get back, and Dot should be available by then, I hope. You can take on the Rock Troll camp. Well, I look into
you
this.
think we have enough money for the Maiden's Helm for me?
Math is hard.
Yeah, you can get the, if Ronald's making for you, you get the normal 35% discount.
Yeah, I'll ask Ronald to help me with the math. Let me see. Hold on. So I want to make sure there's plenty of money for Dot.
Yeah, it looks like it should cost you 2275 gold if I did my math right.
227.5. Yeah, that should still be plenty for Dot. So, okay, that works.
Thanks, honey.
While you guys are lounging in the town, I will ask for, actually, if you have 200 gold for me. I will put it towards gathering intel on that orc you met and his organization. What did you say its name was?
Nuvea Lotus.
Nuvea Lotus. Okay.
Up to you. What do you want? Do you want me to give Kit?
Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, he'll take the gold and he'll say, I'll put it to good use and get you some information.
Thank you.
Out of character, are you guys purposely forgetting that you weren't supposed to reveal that name, or?
Oh yeah, I totally didn't remember.
I kept saying it. I kept telling you.
I know,
that...
but I had already said it by the time you told me. We're not like once the cat's out of the bag. Like the cat's not going back in the bag.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense. Your character isn't the most intelligent of characters that you would slip on it. And Dot walking away might have made it more likely, but maybe Dot would have chimed in, but maybe Dot wouldn't have cared. I think that's the only thing that could have changed everything.
The only thing I bring this out is just because I just want to make sure you're actively like breaking the promise you made, because you did it under the present.
Oh wait, and actually Gamax is also reasonable. Oh no, Gamax is average intelligence.
Since I said it, I think the point is that I feel like Ronald is not, while he's not part of our group, like I trust him like he is. And to me, it makes sense that that is information I would share with him.
For sure. I just want to make sure you're fully consenting to breaking a promise to the gods by doing that.
I guess.
We swore to Arfin.
Okay, so yeah, you just, when the first time you mention the name, you just feel a slight shiver down your spine, but it goes away quickly.
Before we leave, though, this is something that does bother, Oz. So Oz wants to, like, after they all leave, say, I'll catch up in a minute. And because Oz is very curious because of whatever this dog that we made a deal with. We made a deal on this dog. I'll basically tell him, the guy, look, I'm worried. We made some deal to some dog.
Some dog?
That we wouldn't say anything to you. Yeah, arf.
By the gods, whoever started that saying, I hope they get smited. Oh boy, you swore to Arfin that what? What did you swear to on Arfin?
Well, we weren't supposed to tell you about that, but...
Oh, by the gods, then you shouldn't have told me.
What do we do?
Do you remember the exact words you said when you made the promise? And who made the promise? The entire group?
All I remember is the man smelled funny and I shouldn't have... I didn't like the deal and the dog.
Can you get one of your friends who remember the deal better than you?
I'll rush back after Kit. Kit! Can you answer some more questions?
About what?
I guess, actually, why don't we just go back? Come on, let's go back. About the deal.
What deal?
The deal with the man.
This is very vague.
The deal with the smelly man.
About the name.
Oh, what about it?
That we weren't supposed to tell Smelly Man said don't tell or the dog man will get us.
It's just Ronald. We're not, like, telling the public.
Ronald says it might be a problem. But he needs to make sure of the words that we said.
I guess keep your mouth shut then, right? Like...
But he needs to know the words we said. Do you guys remember the words we said?
No.
It was that we would never speak the name again, I think.
Okay, I'll go tell him. The deal was apparently we wouldn't speak the name.
Well, you've said it a few times, I think. But at least going forward, I think you shouldn't. You're lucky I'm a cleric of Arfin. Perhaps I can...
Well, can you fix it? Can you
Don't
call
worry,
the dog man
I'll...
and tell the dog man not to make
Stop
it
calling
bad?
him the dog man, first of all. You call him Arfin.
Oh, so he's like a dogfish.
Listen, if you want me to fix this, don't call him a damn dog.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
All you have to do is not say that name and not refer to the god of deals as a dog.
Okay.
I'll work on the rest.
I will not refer to him as the deal dog.
He chuckles at that, actually. That's actually a catchy kind of name, but don't start doing that.
I'll try.
And avoid buying anything from anyone but me. You might find me you'll be getting terrible deals for a while.
For next campaign, I have to remember this. I have to remember deal dog for Arfin.
But yeah, he clasps you on the shoulder and says, "Don't worry, I'll speak to the big guy upstairs for you. Should be all right. It's helping us solve things. Arfin will understand."
Okay, well, can you say like I'm sorry or something like that? I don't mean to call him a dog, but
Yes, just stop doing it from now on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I like tell him myself too? Is that possible? Could I like? I see people do that prayer thing.
Yes, I was going to recommend it until you kept calling him a dog, so you might make things worse. But yes, if you think you can handle being respectful, tell all your friends to, before they eat their next meal or the next time they do business or make a deal, that they give praise to Arfin. And throw in your apologies if you want.
I'll try. I'll pray to deal dog. I mean, Arfin.
Oh my gods. Yeah, he'll just look at you worryingly as you can.
Thank you. I hope I can do this right.
Me too. Me too. And yeah, you can leave the shop. And yeah, how do you guys want to kill time in the city? You got, let's just call it a week. You got a week of downtime to wait for your items to be made. There's plenty to see and do. There's a lot of new things, a lot of goblin and orc street food that are across the city now.
Wait, so we're waiting for our items to be made before we do the side quest.
Or you can go without them. I assumed you wanted.
One of the items is my weapon, so it has to be at least a couple of days.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Well, he could do that one first if you wanted to.
Like, time.
Yeah, I just figured it's easy. We'll just time.
No, I don't mind
anyway.
killing a couple of days.
I'm happy to see whatever street food is around.
I want to actually try to show them some of my food ideas and see if I get positive reactions, things that they can do to spice things up a little bit to make it more flavorful.
Do you do it to like all the vendors or the orc vendors or?
Mostly just the orc vendors. Like I don't feel like when I taste some of the other food, like especially like elven food or gnomish food, it always tastes funny. They use like all the different weird spices that are like specific to their homeland, and it doesn't taste right. So I feel like the best I can do is help with like orcish and maybe goblin food and maybe a couple of like human foods because they like to eat those cows on a bun, which is kind of weird. What do you need the bun for?
Yeah, you can bring a plethora of. I mean, I don't know how extensive you want to share your knowledge. I assume you don't care and you want to just teach them all you know and make their food better.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you taste the orcish food, you know it's a little bit bland. It has a lot of the spices you're accustomed to in your home tribe or something. It would be just spices that they gathered in the wilderness around them. But other than that, it's like very like an orcish meal tastes orcish. It's because of the
it's much more chewy than it needs to be because orcish teeth will just like rip through it. Regular people aren't going to want to eat it.
You can share your techniques of slow cooking food, of all these different methods, different spices that they can try, different combinations that work together. And yeah, you can help them. A lot of them will be very receptive to it, especially at first they'll be reluctant. And just
especially because I yell at them when they do things wrong.
They're like, "Why change food? Food good." And then you
this food is terrible. What the hell's your problem? You feed this slop to your children?
Yeah, you'll say that, and you'll say, "What? What are you talking about? It's delicious. If you think you can do it better, you do it." And then they kind of like move aside, and you step in. You kind of pull out your meal kit. You have all these different spices. They kind of go wide-eyed as you have all these different things that you're doing with the food. And then you
listen. Salt is a good thing. Salt makes it better.
In moderation.
No! These humans like salt!
But yeah, you craft a meal and he reluctantly will try it and you say, "Alright, you're right, it does taste much better.
See?
You teach me." And a bunch of the vendors will gather around and collectively offer you 100 gold if you will teach all of them your tricks of the trade.
I was not expecting this to be money-making, but I will 100%
Look
take
at
money-making.
you having a little side hustle.
Yeah, there's about like 40 of them that gather around, and they together kind of hand a big pouch of 100 gold to you and say, teach us the ways.
I will spend my week making food in this town, making more people want to eat orcish food.
Yeah, what about the rest of you? Anything else you guys want to get up to as you see Oxara kind of making... I mean, people already kind of heard of you. You're the people that are like working on liberating their people. And even making more social name for yourselves as you're making some of the best food they've tasted, and like even the random customers, the goblins, the humans, the dwarves who eat from there, reluctant to try the orcish food, but then Oxara is kind of doing some of the marketing as well, saying like, "Oh, look, it's much better than before, and you have to try it again." And then they give it another try with the new recipes, and they are very surprised, and a lot more people are during the week.
I might occasionally ask Kit to do some of her like super liminal advertising where like I say here I like give her like kebabs or something like that and tell her to run up to people and tell them to try this with as much force as possible. Come on, Kit, you could help. You just take these kebab and you run up and you say, "Eat this."
That sounds so appealing.
Yeah, if you're going to actually assist, you want to give me your once a day intimidation to diplomacy.
Oh, I feel like she could do regular intimidate.
Oh,
no,
intimidate.
I would do my diplomacy.
Okay.
Yeah, I will try and gather a group of people around me.
Ooh.
And then just explain, this food is really good. If you don't try it, you're missing out, and I don't want to know about the kind of choices you make. That just would be a bad look for you. I mean, this is delicious, and people who make good choices would eat it.
I like that your intimidate as diplomacy is soft insulting the people each time.
Yeah, the people will respond positively, especially a bunch of word of mouth has been traveling around about these meals. This crazy person who's teaching everyone how to cook orcish meals that taste really good. How does this make sense? So a lot of buzz is with that intimidation check and the whole crowd. You guys have a big crowd developing and a lot of profits being made to these vendors who are getting a return on their investment on learning how to make this food. And it's great. What about Gamix? Anything else you want to get up to?
Well, I don't feel like anything I do is going to be as exciting.
Anything you can do can be exciting. Come on. You got all kinds of skills yourself.
Yeah, I got the skill of punching things very hard. Very well, I guess.
I mean, you've got magic for hire. You've got sneaking for hire. You've got. I mean, you could also just like further your learning about things. Remember, you're also a magus, so you can get other spells than what you have. You can learn additional spells, but without having to level up.
Yeah, while you're thinking about that and the commotion of the food sellings going on, Gamix, you're kind of a sight. You got this big golem arm on your side, and Your group's getting well known, and a goblin will kind of run up to you and speak goblin to you and say, Hey, you're Gamix, right?
Who's asking?
I'm asking.
Yeah.
How much it costs for you to punch elf in face?
This sounds like a goblin quest if ever I've heard one.
What else are we talking about?
He kind of gets closer to you and he whispers in your ear and he's like pointing as he's whispering in your ear. There's an elf, one of these, a number of vendors out in this marketplace you guys are in, and there's an elf. He looks like your everyday elf to you. He's wearing fancier than normal clothes and.
Is this the smoothie elf?
No, he's
okay.
selling these wayfinders, and he's just like talking to people and stuff like that. And he says, "That one there, he arrogant, need to be humbled by one of us. More poorly, one of you. I know I'm not strong at punching."
Can I like listen to him for a little bit and see like how he talks to the people?
Yeah, you can saunter on over. He has not a big crowd in front of him. He's got like 3 or 4 people. There's like a half elf in front of him, a half orc, a human, and they're all just like looking at his wares. And he says, you just like come in the middle of him speaking. He says, "Yes, and this one here, made of pure silver, mined from the elven woods, not these dwarven mines. Much more careful with the metals." And he kind of like sees you kind of standing there listening. He says, "I'm sorry, these are too expensive for you. Please move on." And then he kind of whispers. You can give me a perception check to hear it, but he says something to the crowd right in front of us, or right in front of him. Yeah, you just barely catch the words. He says, "These goblins, they think they can afford the fanciest of trinkets just because they were liberated." The people in front of him just kind of, they don't really acknowledge it. They kind of just, it's like when someone's saying something racist in front of you and you don't want to cause a scene. You're just kind of like this awkward, like, I'm just buying something and I'm getting out of here kind of thing. And then you kind of glance back at your goblin friend and he says like, He's like making punching motions at you.
What's the best way to do this? Do I go up to him directly, or do I try and sneak around when he's not expecting? Is the goblin offering money for it?
You can go back and ask. Yeah, he asked you how much to do it, and you didn't answer. You kind of went and looked at the guy first. So you can kind of like walk on back, and do you want to ask him?
Yeah.
Okay, so you say, "How much?" And he says, I don't know. I ask you how much it take to punch him. That's why I'm getting a good punch between the eyes. It'll teach him to talk badly about goblins. And when you probably knock him out, maybe he'll lose a few coins with a fall in his pockets. And line the coins of our kin. And he like grins ear to ear. How much you want?
About 5 gold.
That's a bargain. He'll sift through his pockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ha! And he hands you 5 gold.
I'll take them and I'll stick them in my pocket.
He like looks super excited and he kind of hurries off to the side and he's just like watching. You'll notice like 3 or 4 other goblins start like coming up behind him. He says, "Oh, God," and he's like calling them over.
So is the vendor like standing behind a stall?
Mm-hmm. He's standing behind just like it's just at his waist. It's just a simple table with a nice green cloth that's over it, and there's like 4 or 5 wayfinders on it. and he's just in the middle of talking to the people that were in front of him are now starting to drift away, and there's someone else comes up, a dwarf, and he's scratching his beard in front of the wayfinders, and he starts talking to him. But yeah, it's like a big marketplace, so he, like, within, like, 20 feet behind him, someone has their back to him, and they have another stall out, and there's, like, there's, like, a gap between a lot of the vendors. So you could, like, sneak behind him, you could just go up and punch him, I don't know, whatever you want to do.
No wrong answer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wrong answer is if I don't punch him in the face.
Yeah, because he's an elf and he deserves it.
True.
I will walk back up to the stall.
Alright, you kind of saunter on up. He's again in the middle of trying to sell one of these. This time he's talking about this, like, bluish colored silver one, and he's in the middle of saying, yeah, it's lighter than the normal one, and he kind of, again, notices you kind of walking up, and again says, I'm sorry, I thought I told you, these are far too expensive for you, please move along. And he'll go back to looking at the dwarf. And
are they, like, laid out in, like, kind of rows along the
wayfinders?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 4 of them on the table. So there's just, like, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's just, like, a normal sized table. Each of them look quite expensive. So it's, like, looks like he's just brought these today to sell. And that's his daily thing that he needs to do, and then he's done. Perhaps.
Oh, really? How about this one? And I'll point to the one that's, like, furthest, like, closest to me, like, furthest across the...
Yeah, the one furthest to you is a ruby-colored one, and he turns back to the dwarf and starts speaking Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
I don't think so.
Okay, they exchange some Dwarven. The dwarf kind of shakes his head and walks away, and then he turns to you and says, lost me a customer. You'd better actually be interested in this, as he squints his eyes at you, and he shuffles on over to the ruby-colored wayfinder. He picks it up and looks at you and kind of... He holds it closer to his chest and says, this is a ruby-encrusted wayfinder. It will help you do certain things. Why do you even want this? How much coin do you have? Can you afford this?
Well, Lena, how much coin do you think I have?
I think you have probably... thanks for a minute. Probably 1,000 gold to your name. If you even have a name. If it's like Googly Goop or something.
How close is he to me?
If you're asking about a wayfinder, you could have approached, like, right in front of the table if you wanted. So he's like... you could punch his face if you wanted to right here.
You could also, like, knock one of them off the thing.
You can do that if you wanted to.
And then, like, when he, like, goes low and picks it up and then, like, comes back up and comes up to you, that's when you can get him. They'll be the least expecting it.
Anyways, like I was saying, this is a wayfinder that will hypnotize your foes if you can afford it. Can you afford it before I go on and waste my time?
Let's see. I'll, like, start looking like I'm reaching for my money, and then...
Alright, yeah, you can, he'll give you you can give me a roll to hit, and he will get a perception check to see if he's surprised or not. Oh my gosh! Yeah, he is, he's actually like, oh, she does have coin, perhaps. And then all of a sudden this golem fist just comes up and uppercuts him for a critical damage. Oh, you actually use your golem fist. Can you choose to do non-lethal with this, or are you trying to do lethal damage to him?
That's a good question, actually.
I think you can choose to do non-lethal with any bludgeon type weapon. It's not like a slashing weapon, right? So yeah, you should be able to. I'm assuming you're not trying to kill the fellow, or are
No.
you? Okay.
That's gonna cause me too many problems.
Yeah, it is treated like an unarmed strike, so it can be used without.
Excellent.
What?
So you
Yeah.
kind of just like uppercut this guy. It's like you see the scene in like slow motion as like the fist just like ripples through his body, and he kind of like ragdolls in the air, and then just like suddenly time like kind of goes back to normal, and he just like falls on his back, and these goblins go yeah, and then they rush him, and then they just start like going through his things, and people around are just like shocked. The goblins like make out with his coin purse, and they just like run in all directions. As they're running, they just say like thanks, and they give you like a big thumbs up. And some guards, someone says, "Oh, guards, thieves!" And then some guards start chasing them. They like split up and stuff, and some chaos is like happening. But it seems like attention is drawn away from you as someone was yelling about thieves, and this guy's knocked out. But on the table are 4 very expensive wayfinders, and the guards are busy.
Which looks the most expensive?
Well, there's, as I said, the ruby encrusted one that he put down just as you punched him. There's a mithril one. There is a gold one and a silver one. Whichever Gamix thinks is expensive. Or you could grab them all. They're just wayfinders. If you have a bag, you could just scoop them in and make off. You look around, everyone's kind of just looking to where the guards are chasing these goblins. You only have a few minutes to make a decision if you do want to take it, or else people will start to look back to the stall.
Yeah, I'll just skip them.
You take all of them? Or none? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I'll take all of them.
Ooh, okay, do you have a bag, or are you just hand taking them?
Shoot, I do not have a bag.
It's fine. You can grab them in your hands. You just have to bear hug it and then just run away. So where are you running with these things? Are you running back to Ronald's shop? Are you running to that secret room that he showed you in that tavern? Or are you running to the the food section of the market to your party? Where does Gamix go with the stolen goods?
What is the well, other than the stall that they're doing stuff at, what is the closer of the two?
Ronald's shop is closest. It would be another 5 minutes to the tavern. So if you want to go to the tavern, or just add 5 minutes to your journey. If you want to go the closest place, it's Ronald's shop, which will be if you're sprinting and running, it'll be 5 minutes maybe.
I'll go to the tavern. I don't want Ronald to potentially have to ask me questions about it.
All right, you scoop them all up, and Gamix runs with these 4 wayfinders, and you make it to the tavern. You kind of rush to the back room, the hidden area, in the stone room. There's no one in here. You walk in. There's an empty chest. You can plop them in. There's a big table you can put them on. What do you want to do with
Are
these?
there any bags in here?
There are some sacks and bags just thrown about that you can put them in and keep on yourself if you wish.
Yeah, I'll go up bag to throw them in.
All right, just give me a moment to add these to your character sheet. I will try to make them unidentified if I learned how to do that properly. And why don't we take a quick break while I do that, as we probably do for one. Use a washroom, get a drink, and we'll be back.
Sounds good.
We're back. Gamix, you've reached the safety of your hidden hideout. You stuff these wayfinders in the bag. They're on your character sheet. What do you do now?
I'm gonna take a little bit to try and identify them if I can.
Yeah, you can take them out of the bag, place them on the table, one in front of the, or one next to the other, and cast Detect Magic, and you can give me 4 spellcraft checks one at a time to identify them. If you want, you can call out which one you're doing, or I'll just take it in order that's on your sheet.
Just do it in whatever order they're on.
Alright. Okay, first one. Unfortunately, you're not sure what the silver one, you're not sure what that is. Ugh. The ruby one, not sure what it is, unfortunately.
I'm doing great.
Ooh. The gold one, you do indeed identify. You know this to be a tireless wayfinder. In addition to being a normal wayfinder, including the ability to create light, you have the strength and dex penalties for being fatigued or exhausted, and you gain +2 resistance bonus on all saving throws made against effects that cause fatigue or exhaustion. You must be in a possession of it for 1 full week before this takes effect, and they are lost if you leave your possession for more than an hour. So I will identify that in your bag now.
And otherwise, a wayfinder is like a compass.
We just have to be on my person to affect.
1 week from now is when they'll take effect, though. Yeah. But one more. I'm gonna try to ID it. Is that enough? No, this one eludes you.
Well, 1 down. 3 to go.
So yeah, you can try this once per day. So you can keep trying tomorrow and the day after that until you learn them all.
Gotta learn them all, wayfarers.
But for now, you know about one of them. The 3 others elude you. You can stuff them back in the bag, and what does Gamix do now?
Grab a quick drink at the tavern when I'm here.
Alright, yeah. With these back in your bag, you can head out of the room, go into the tavern and order a nice drink. You can get a nice cool beverage to cool you off after all that running, all that adrenaline pumping. And the party can meet up, let's just say you all meet up at this tavern for food, for dinner tonight. And you guys can catch up on what you've all been up to today. Talk about whatever you want, if you do want to talk.
Well, it sure is fun seeing people enjoy your food. I mean, I always said it was good, but got so many more people to try it, and not just try eating it, but try cooking it.
Food around here sucks. We had to do something.
Take the compliment.
I did.
Okay. What have you been up to, Gamix? I haven't seen you for a few hours.
Well, I saw someone punch a vendor across the nose. That was pretty entertaining.
You saw someone do it?
Yeah, you didn't hear about the whole ruckus that went down?
You guys would have
I don't
heard
know if
of
I've
some
heard
ruckus. Yeah, you guys would have heard guards yelling about thieves and you just heard people murmuring about, oh, that elf got punched in the face. Like, you would have heard people talking about it.
Oh, you were there and you saw it?
Yeah,
Fucking liar.
guy kind of deserved it, to be honest, but
Why?
well, I heard he was being kind of an ass to his, to some of his customer base.
I mean, being an ass, does that mean you deserve to get punched, though? Jeez.
Yeah, it does.
Racist ass?
He was elvish. He had it coming.
True.
Okay, remind me. So for sense motive, like, can I only roll it if my character has a reason to be suspicious? Or can I roll it just to see, like, do I believe them?
The raw on it is it's like it's not a lie detector test. It's supposed to be like you get a sense of something being off or something like that. And the raw is you're supposed to be in conversation for at least a few minutes. So yeah, you could just roll it and you can get a general sense of like, is everything making sense? And this is going to be opposed by Gamix's bluff to see how well you're selling the story. Or if, like, something you may have misstepped and something didn't make sense or something. Yeah, so it's pretty close. So it just feels like there's more to the story, maybe, but it doesn't, like, tell you there's a lie. It feels like there's maybe something she's hiding or something, but...
Feels a little weird, but also I wouldn't really care that much. It's like, you know, this isn't... It seems kind of inconsequential.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good to hear an elf got punched in the face.
Whatever.
As you kind of say that somewhat loudly at your table, a dwarf at the table next to you says, "Ah, you all heard about that too."
Yep.
You might
talk of the town today.
Yeah, he kind of like has a mug and kind of saunters on over to your table, and there's an open seat, and he says, "You mind?"
Oh, okay.
He sits down. Yeah, he sits down and looks around the table. And he says, "Aye, elves do be deserving punches anytime you can get them. Those arrogant pricks." And he just like starts drinking back his mug.
Such a stereotype.
They are stereotypes. And they stereotype us.
I don't understand. They listen to music?
No, they see like one of you and they think you're from the woods, or they see me and they think I just came out of a mine.
I mean, you literally didn't you?
No? What are you talking about?
I don't know. You're kind of dirty.
He like chokes on his ale a bit and he kind of looks at his beard and he says,
It's not an insult, it's just an observation.
"Hi, I am a little bit dirty, but I'm not a miner. I work in the forges."
Well, no, you look pretty old.
It's honest work.
Of course it is. I'm just saying you can't just assume a dwarf is a miner.
I mean, I don't think you're a miner as in a child.
No. What you were just talking about. You can't assume a profession of a dwarf. Just because it is one of our most...
What is your profession?
I told you, I work in the forges. I help craft...
So the other dwarf profession.
Yes, it is a little... Stereotypes do have some basis, but the point is you don't just call them out and assume them.
I don't know. This makes people think that I fight, and I show them my massive axe.
That's different. If you're carrying around a big sword, what else is it for?
This is an axe.
Yeah, you get my point.
Wait, you don't have your axe.
Oh, right. I don't have it. Never mind.
Anyways, I'm glad that one of the elves are the worst culprits of the stereotyping. I think they're fancier and better than all of us just because they live the longest.
Is that really what they think? I just thought they thought that because they had the ears.
Who knows?
They were pointier than mine.
Who knows? I don't really have any elven friends, but a lot of them are right jerks. Anyways, it was a pleasure meeting all of you.
I mean, they're pretty delicious if you ever have the chance.
You've eaten an elf?
I think so.
Oh my god. That's a little disturbing.
When you're surviving, sometimes you just gotta eat what's around, you know?
Fair enough. Well,
It
enjoy
had
the
pointy
evening.
ears. You too. Bye.
He kind of like cheers you guys if you do. He just like raises his cup as he's leaving. And
I don't really stop drinking, so yeah.
and then he heads back to his table that he sauntered on from.
Well, we got this big mission thing happening.
You mean the side quest or the actual big mission?
Yes. We gonna go drop off the circus package?
Mm-hmm. Well, we gotta wait to get our stuff first.
Easy done. I want to get some sleep. Get my axe tomorrow.
Pretty early now, but okay.
My axe is tomorrow.
What?
I get my axe tomorrow.
Oh, that's why you want to go to sleep, because you want it to be tomorrow as soon as you can.
My axe is so far away.
I know, honey, I know. It's your security blanket.
What if I get attacked? I have to resort
I'm
to
here.
these. Fighting with these
I'm
is so
right.
pedestrian. Whatever that word
I'm
means. Somebody
right
said that
here.
once. Okay.
You think I couldn't protect you?
You're not as good as I am.
Well, fuck you very much.
Was that not true?
I can protect you perfectly fine.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, I can probably just fucking scare them off without even trying to hurt them.
Hey,
can't do
everybody!
that.
She thinks she can protect me.
There's like all these heads turn and look at your table.
You're so dramatic.
Oh. I thought you were wanting to challenge everybody to a fight.
Unlike you, I don't fight just for kicks.
Someone from around around one of the corners. It's like this big ogre kind of guy who's just like thudding on over. Who here thinks they can fight? Is someone wanting to fight? He looks at your table. Who here say fight?
Fuck off.
Why'd you say to me? You puny.
I'll stand up close to him and say fuck off.
Yeah, this guy's like maybe 8 feet tall. How tall are you?
6'1".
Okay, so he's looking down at you. He's a good head above you. He says, puny. You want to arm wrestle and see who's stronger?
No, I have no interest in that.
So you
My
give up.
girlfriend is just being...
Gorlog wins
My
again.
girlfriend is-
Gorlog
Okay.
wins.
Congratulations.
He
I'll
says,
flip him a silver.
Oh, he catches it. Me drink with winnings, and he rushes to the bar.
My big protector.
But you guys can get a good night's rest after the fun-filled day. And we can kind of time skip unless there's anything anyone wants to do specifically on a day or something. But we can go to when your items are ready. And, while you're waiting for other items is a total of the 7 days. So you have 6 more tries to identify those wayfinders if you want.
That's
Other than
what I'll
that,
probably be doing.
yeah, so you can give me a spellcraft check. We can just go through some spellcraft checks while anyone else thinks of anything they want to do. But otherwise, you guys can add your items. Let's just do these one at a time for a second. So that will be on the first one that's not ID'd, and that will get it. You know this to be a Noisemaker Wayfinder. and I will un-ID it. It is a long description, and you can read it at your leisure.
What was the first type?
The first one she got?
Uh-huh.
Gamix identified a tireless wayfinder, and now they also just identified a noisemaker wayfinder. And now you have 2 un-ID'd, and you can give me another spellcraft check. Holy schmoly. That will get it. You know this to be a hypnotic wayfinder. This is the ruby one that he was generally describing to you, that you can do basically a hypnotic pattern on someone and some other things that you can read about, as it is now ID'd. And the last one that seems the most valuable of them all, it's made of mithril. There's blue and silver metals running through it. It seems like the most valuable amongst them all. No. You felt like you even did almost the best you could do to identify this thing, and you still have no idea what this one is. You can try again on the other days if you wish. Yeah. Day 3 happens. Again, not able to identify. You felt like you did slightly better than the other day, and he just still eludes you. No. This day you're kind of losing your touch. You got 2 more tries before you expended your week. Ooh, this time you're like, wait, you like identified the wrong wayfinder. You like, wait, I already got this one. You kind of like wasted your magic for the day. AKA you did a really bad roll that one. The last one. Yeah, again, you do really well, but not well enough. You have no idea what this mithril wayfinder's about. And the week time passes, you all can take your upgrades, any items you were waiting on, you now have them.
Are we ready?
Do we want to get any extra potions or anything? Since Dot is not coming on this side quest, right?
No. But she could make potions for you, as long as you guys pay for them. So what potions did you guys want?
Well, I currently have 2 cure lights. I'm not sure what other folks have.
I have a cure moderate.
Yamix?
I've got 2 cure light.
It might be worthwhile to have her make a couple extra.
Okay.
Can she make cure serious or only up to cure mod?
I think only
Cure
cure
moderate
moderate,
now.
yeah.
2 more levels before serious.
So maybe like 2 more
Maybe
cure
3
mods?
Yeah. I definitely need to have 2 on hand.
And you want her to make them at her caster level, right?
For me, yeah.
Uh,
How much money do I need to give her?
hang on, yeah, let me just do this one at a time. I have a calculator that I made for her stuff. Okay, what's the first thing? Who's making what? Cure mod potion?
Cure mods, yeah. 2 of them.
Cure moderate potion. Cure moderate. How many did you want?
2.
2. With her discount, you can give her 104, or just deduct 114 gold.
Okay. Done.
Excellent. Next person, what do you want?
Well, I'm taking one of the mods. Who's taking the other one?
Oh, I thought you should have both.
Okay. That's fine.
I think I would get 1 cure mod from her. So that would be, was that 70 then for one?
For one. Oh, sorry, that was per one. 114 per one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 114. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. I will do this.
Because normally they are 300 gold.
Yeah, John, I will take 1, so I'm deducting the 114.
Alright. Gamex, you want any potions brewed?
Should I get like a cure mod around?
Alright, 114 gold for a nice cure mod. Alright. Anything else? You guys ready to head out on your journey?
I am.
Yes, I am just waiting for the spells compendium load.
Yeah, we can get
There we
going
go.
while you're waiting for that. And how are you guys getting any horses? Are you just hoofing it, walking, or do you want to take a boat across the water? There are those options to you. You can choose to.
Like
Sorry,
a long
is it-
walk, right?
Yeah, it's a long walk around. You're gonna have to like walk. You can walk through Uno if you
I
want.
would
or
like to
skip
take
Uno.
boat.
Or yeah. You can,
Sorry, is it correct for the spell level to be 2 and caster level 3? That's what it defaulted to.
yeah,
No,
you can change it. Yeah.
I'll send you mine. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would be the minimum, but she can make it at her caster her level.
Add 1. Split it. And then send to... Yeah. Okay. You should have the edited one.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you want to take a ship, the ship will pick you up here, so you just have to do like a half-day travel to this like little crescent over here, and the ship will pick you up
How
there.
much would the ship be?
Well, are you all agreed on ship, or you want to know the price before you decide? 'Cause
Yes, I want to know the price before I determine.
Yeah, if you guys want to charter a boat specifically for you, it'll cost quite a bit. But if you want to just wait for one of the ships that come back and forth around that area, which you could time.
I feel like we have plenty of time to time it, so...
Yeah,
might
you
as
could
well.
definitely time it.
Do we
So-
feel safe going on a boat with other people, given that we don't really know what this is?
The people, you're not 100% sure. You've heard of people getting on boats and no issues. It would be bad business if people just ended up on the boat and dying all the time. So, but if you're asking
Sorry,
about the
this was a
actual...
question for the team.
Oh.
I
sure.
feel fine on boat.
You don't think people will try and steal our shit?
I'll cut them down.
I think we can deal with that.
Okay. Yeah, I think it makes sense then to just wait for a boat that's going this way anyway.
Yeah, it'll be 5 gold a head to get on a boat.
I'll pay for everybody's.
And the boat ride will be pretty... There's no boat that's going directly there, but they will drop you off like around like the area, and then you can just walk half a day to the circus area. If that is agreeable terms to all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head south of the city, and if someone wants to try to turn their roll to blind GM roll, and then try to roll on that table, I can walk you through it once you've moved your roll to blind GM roll, if you know how to do that.
Okay, I am at blind GM roll.
So
Excellent.
go up to rollable tables.
Where do I see that?
It's after where your journal is. So there's like the open book, and then there's the thing that looks like a Excel spreadsheet.
Rollable tables. Yes.
And then right click on Rachel Region.
Draw result.
And then draw result.
Yep.
Yes. Ooh, very cool. Very nice.
I don't understand what just happened, but I did.
What you did is you auto rolled on a table so John can see a textual result instead of just a numerical result. I was meaning to look into this for a while, and I started fucking around with it, and then I was like, I don't want to start on this.
What's really cool too is that you can link the assets in, so when it spits it out, I can just click on it, and I'm open to a character sheet, which is really cool.
That is really nice.
But yeah, you guys are traveling south, and you guys can give me some perception checks as you travel. See if anyone notices.
Yeah, perception. Okay, here we go. Look at me looking around.
I didn't mean that to be private. I wanted to see what I got.
I can reveal it if you wish to see what you got.
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, not very good. Okay.
The party's walking, and this time it seems like Gamix is the only one paying attention. When you guys are just walking along, and then Gamix kind of stops and squints, and you see, not in the super far distance, maybe like 50 feet off, you're traveling on the road again, and into the tree line you can see this strange... sorry, this will be near the water. You see this creature. It's a serpentine beast that's like moving through the water. Its scaly skin and flesh are clear, revealing its red and brown organs. You can like see through the creature. It's like translucent, and you just see it like bobbing in the water near the shoreline. I guess you can ignore it. It's in the water, or you can kill it if you want. I don't know. Or you can give me a knowledge arcana to...
I don't want to fight in water.
You haven't noticed yet. Just Gamix notices.
Okay.
And Gamix, you do know what this is. This is a Tizherk. Tizherk.
Sipping on Tizherk.
You know it to be... It has dark vision. It's obviously an aquatic creature. You know that it usually bites and tries to grapple you with its mouth. It's a mechanically large creature, so you notice it's a big creature. It has the ability to swallow whole, if it could, which I think it can for some of you. And only special abilities is that if it's in... It can use its ability to remain in very shallow water, if needed. Not really combat applicable. It has see-through skin. So you could see the creatures that are swallowed whole. There's currently none inside of it. And
It must be hungry.
a special ability, you know, its tongue can double its normal reach. So basically you'd get 20-foot reach with its tongue. But it does no damage. It just is used to grapple creatures to pull them in and eat them. So yeah, you notice.
Do I know if it can come out of the water?
It cannot. It is an aquatic creature.
Oh. I would just suggest to steer us a little bit further away from the water.
Yeah, you can point it out to the party. You guys see this big sea creature swimming around, and Gamix suggests that you guys give it a wide berth so it doesn't try to lick a tongue you guys into the water. Yoshi you into the water. So you guys are giving it a wide berth?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You guys ignore the watery splashing creature. And you make it to the pickup point. You guys can kind of set up, you know, it might be a few hours before this ship should be here. Oz, you can kind of set up a nice little midday meal while you're waiting if you want.
Yeah.
And you guys can hang out, talk about anything you want. If not, we can go to when the boat comes, unless you want to have a little chat before you go on the boat. Decide anything. If you guys want to tell everyone what you're doing, keep everything to yourself, or decide that. It's up to you.
I'm going to pick a fight so we can cut him down.
Yeah?
No. We're not sharing anything about what we're doing.
Okay.
So I guess we should have a story, right?
Probably.
Okay. Who's got a story?
We're... Wanna see the circus?
Our circus
Yeah.
is something people see.
I think.
Okay. Sure.
There we go.
Decided. The party will tell everyone they're going to see the circus. An hour or so passes when you see the ship coming in sight. It kind of anchors maybe 100 feet out, and a small little dinghy little boat is like rowing out to you guys. It has like 5 or 6 people into it. They get to the shore. The 5 or 6 people hop out. They toss some coins to the rower, and the rower looks at you guys, and gives you a little head nod to get in.
All right, we can take the boat.
I'm sorry?
We're getting on the boat.
Yes.
Circus. You take us to the circus?
I'm taking you to the bigger boat. And then...
Oh, a boat
there,
to a boat.
And then from there, the captain will be deciding where we go. But I'm assuming if you're chartered this ship...
I thought we were paying for a ride to someplace.
You haven't chartered the ship, have you?
What's a charter?
It means that you paid
Let's just
specifically...
go to the bigger boat.
Okay.
All right. Well... yeah,
Oh,
this
The
this
is...
bigger
right.
boat will go to the circus, right?
He shrugs and... You
To the
guys-
boat circus.
This is where you would hand off the 5 gold, but you've already deducted
Yeah.
it, so yeah, you hand him the 5 gold per head. You guys get in, and he starts rowing. And yeah, as he's rowing, and it takes a few minutes to get there, he makes some small talk with you guys. Says, where are you all headed?
Boat circus.
Boat circus?
Just the circus. Just the circus.
God, I'm sorry, I
Ah.
got confused.
It's okay. The circus, I've heard tales of it, but haven't been yet myself.
Why
Perhaps.
not? Don't like circuses?
It's hard to get the time off. A captain works us pretty hard, but we get paid a good wage.
So I don't cut him down. Become the captain.
He looks around. We're in the middle of the water, but he says, "Hush, you're going to be talking about mutiny."
What? No, I'm not talking about you changing forms.
No, it's called mutiny when you betray the captain.
Oh,
It's terrible bad luck to talk about it on the open seas.
I did not know. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just don't say that aboard the ship. Don't be talking
Okay,
about killing
don't-
the captain.
Don't say mutating.
And yes, and don't talk about killing the captain.
What if he attacks me first?
He wouldn't be attacking you unless you're stolen from him. Don't steal from him either.
What if he thinks I did?
He kind of scratches.
Can I
his-
attack him then?
He starts rowing a little faster. I don't know.
Then
Just...
you'll become the captain.
No, that's not how it works. He looks at the other two of you and says, "I hope you can keep your friend in line. We ain't in doing business in blood and stuff. We're
Athens here,
transporters."
be in line.
All right.
All right.
A few moments pass and you get to the ship. A rope ladder is tossed down and he kind of like holds it steady and motions for you guys to climb up aboard.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys
Up
can
we go.
get up on the ship. You can see there's 40 or so other passengers on here. You see the captain. He's got a bigger, nice hat than everyone else, and he welcomes you as you get on. And he says, have a seat or enjoy the sights as we sail. It'll take us about a few hours to get to Juneau, and that's where we're dropping you off."
Wait, what? I know I'm going to the circus.
You can go anywhere you want, but I'm dropping you out at Juneau Port, and you can walk south if you want, or walk wherever
I don't
you
know
want.
what port.
Yes.
Wherever circus is.
Yes.
Hmm.
Akazira, can you please go wait over there?
I'm confused. Okay.
That's fine.
Is it your first time on a boat?
You're talking to me?
Yeah, he says it to the 3 of you.
Well, I walked away, so
Yeah, okay, the 2.
Yes,
the
I told
2.
her to leave.
You also leave?
No, I
Oh.
told her to leave.
Yeah, so he looks at the remaining 2 of you that are still near him and says, "Is it your first time on a boat?"
No.
"No, you've been on a boat before."
Yes.
"Oh." And he looks to you, Gamix. Do you nod when saying it's not your first time?
Well, I nod to the. It is my first time.
Ah, well, welcome aboard. I'm glad to be your first sail voyage. It won't be too rocky, the waters are calm. If you have any questions, you can let me know. And he just like shows you that there's a bunch of seats that you can sit on, or you can walk around the deck and look at you can just watch the castle fortifications on one side, or you can look at the other side and you can see the circus in the distance that you're going to kind of pass, and then you can see the big tower of that will approach. But yeah, the sails set and the ship starts moving back north. Is there anything you guys wanted to do? Talk to any sailors or other passengers? Or did you want to kind of just time skip to...
I would just keep myself.
Okay, you keep to yourself. There are some nosy individuals on board that will try to talk to you. Do you talk to them, or do you kind of just shrug them away?
I would let
No,
people
talking.
start talking to me.
Yeah, there's this just human male. He looks to be like in his late 40s, and he just comes up. He has like a notepad and a pen and a quill in his hand, and he goes up to you, Oksara, first, and says, "Excuse me, can I trouble you for a quote?"
I don't know any quotes.
"Ah, what's your name?"
Oz?
"Oz. I don't know any quotes," he says as he pencils it into his notebook. "Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm collecting sayings of interesting travelers I come across."
Why am I interesting?
"I don't know, you're one of the few orcs I've seen walking around."
Oh, is
Civilized?
this stereotyping? Stereotyping?
"No, I'm not stereotyping you at all. I'm just asking for a quote."
But you said you specifically mentioned my race.
"Yes, I'm trying to get a diversity of travelers in my notebook. I don't have many orcs yet. I have some, but not many."
Oh. You captured me in your notebook? I don't feel captured.
Your words. I captured your words.
You can steal my words?
"No, I borrowed them." He turns the paper to you and shows you comment. I assume you.
Oh,
call it
okay. I give you permission to have those words.
Ah, thank you. Flips it back over to himself. He will go up to the other party members and he says, and you, this arm, I've never seen such a thing. What is it?"
I knock on it. Metal.
"Wow. Do you have any popular sayings or phrases I can pen you at? And your name?"
Max.
"Max. Do you have any memorable quotes or things you want people to remember you by? Aside from the fist. Do you say like a phrase when you punch people with it? Like Shazam or Kapow?"
No. I just kind of punch them.
Punch them, eh? Well, any interesting phrase you want to be tied to your likeness and your name?
I got nothing.
"Max, I got nothing." "That's a good one. Thank you. And you?" He looks over to Katara. "How about you? Do you have a name and a phrase you want tied to you?"
No comment.
"Ah, all right. So you don't want to be included in my traveling memoir?" "Ah,
Nah.
that is a shame. Well, I thank the other two of you, and I look forward to meeting other people. What are you doing in Uno? Are you seeing someone, visiting friends?"
Circus.
Boat carnival.
"Boat carnival? Circus? Oh, you mean
Circus.
you're all going to the circus.
Oh
Excellent.
yeah, circus. Sorry.
Well, good luck in your travels." He gives you a nod. And,
Good luck. Good luck borrowing words.
Thank you. He gives you a big thumbs up. And he starts going up to other travelers and talking to them. And yeah, the ship ride is smooth. The water is calm. You guys can see the walls of the outside that were recently constructed in the last few years. They look new, well maintained. You turn to the right or turn to your left, and you'll see the vague tents of the circus in the distance. But the Tower of Yuno gets closer and closer, and it's a marvel to look at. It's the tallest tower you've ever seen. It's clearly taller than any tower in Rachel, at least. And within a few hours, you're docking in Yuno. The ship makes quite fast work through the calm water. And you guys, while you're anchored, the ship kind of gets this big plank that gets thrown over to the dock. And you guys can just walk on off. The captain bids you good luck in your adventures. And lets you know if you want to ride back, same price. And he gives you a bunch of times that you can make it back here. It's basically... Yeah, it's basically any time that's in the middle of the day. He's making several runs between the two areas. And yeah, you guys get off at the port of Yuno. Do you go into the town proper, or do you kind of just skedaddle out of town right away?
I want to get to the circus. What about you guys?
Yep.
Let's just go.
Alright, you skip the sightseeing and head straight towards the circus. I did not make a rollable table for this area yet, so can I get a D100 from those that have not rolled, which I think is...
That would be Michelle.
Just a flat D100.
Okay.
Do
you want it to be hidden? Or...
Up to you. You can do whatever you like for this one, as you have no idea what it means. What did you roll? A 4. A solid number. Your journey is quite peaceful. There are a lot of people on the roads here that are traveling. There's no, like, manufactured road, but there's, like, a self-made road with the footprints digging in deeper in the ground where most people travel. So you can keep to the road, or I guess I should ask how you're traveling. Do you keep to the path, or do you make your own path?
If there's a path...
safest to stay to the path.
Yeah. You guys can follow along. There's a bunch of other people that are heading to the circus as well that are getting off of your boat as well. And just some people from the city of Yuno, or if they're inhabitants or not, you're not too sure, I guess. But a lot of people are making their way south towards the circus. Some people will try to make small talk with you. Do you, again, engage anyone, or do you going to keep to yourself as you guys are walking?
I just keep walking.
Yeah, you can keep walking, but there is one person that will try to rebuff you, or get past your rebuffing of them. It's this old human man. He has like a walking stick, and he kind of taps you on the leg, guitar at one point, but his tapping stick says, "Hey, you headed to the circus too, huh?"
Wait, sorry, you said tap me on the leg?
Yeah, he kind of just like is walking with the stick, and all of a sudden he just kind of like, not like hits you with it, but he kind of just like knocks you with it a bit.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry, it's an accident. My old age, it's hard to walk. You head to the circus.
It'll be a lot harder to walk if you hit her again.
I said I was sorry.
Keep moving.
My apologies, and he kind of shuffles over through the crowd to someone else, toward like getting away from you guys, and you guys can keep going. There's a little break in the group that's traveling that gives you guys extra space after Oz makes that threat, and they kind of realize what kind of big orcs are traveling with them, and big blades or axes that they have with them. It's not like they give you like 30 feet, they just kind of give you more space. Before they were like kind of clouding you a bit, and now they are giving you your 5 to 10 feet breathing room. And Unless you guys strike up conversation with anyone, you guys travel to the circus.
To the circus it is.
Yes, as I look.
You have a map for this.
Yeah, I'm just looking for it. The circus map. Oh, I guess I can. There's a search function here. I can just search for it. Let me just make sure there's nothing on this map that shouldn't be there. Oop, looks good to me. You guys arrive at the circus. There's this big, kind of like, it's almost like a dragon head. It's like this big head with horns, and there's like flames that are periodically like coming out of its snout. And it's lively. There's a bunch of people, a bunch of different events, and I'll just drag you to a map of what you see. Dot's not here. And you guys can tell me where you'd like to go, or what you'd like to see. And you're here. So I change.
Is that the entrance? The dragon head?
Yes. It's a bridge you can walk under into the circus. As I look for my circus.
What's the cost to get into the circus?
There doesn't seem like there's anyone posted outside to collect coin. People are just walking in. Perhaps it's free. Perhaps you pay for the sights you see at the whoever you go see. You're not too quite sure.
Into the circus.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys can walk on in, as I do have the circus track. Oops, why did it play? There we go. Oh, did it stop playing? What's going on here? Oh, it is. Oh, it says it's playing, but I don't see it. Do you guys hear anything?
No.
Mm-mm.
Let's see what's going on here. Let me just try re-adding the track, because I went through the work of finding a track for it, so I might as well use it. Oh, did it somehow get deleted? That's why it's not playing. But the game should be unpaused. Is there anything where you guys want to walk? You can move your tokens and tell me what you want to see, who you want to talk to.
Or are you the wall?
Or are you just looking for your contact to deliver?
That would be my goal. That is the first thing I'd want to do. After that, we can look around.
Hmm.
Is there anywhere to fight around here? Anything that wants to fight?
There are feats
That
of
is not
strength.
our goal.
Why not?
Stay
Bored.
close to me.
Circus looks boring. Why are there all those apples over there?
I can't find the correct track right now, but hopefully I can just play some good music. What's going on with these tracks? Very strange. That's fine. We'll try playing. Okay, here. The music's working here. I don't know why. Whoa.
Oh my.
It's loud. There we Yes, you enter the circus, and what's the first? You're looking for the lady you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you come into this main area and you look around. There's some food set up. There's a bunch of bobbing for apples. You see some people that are doing it. They're walking up to the apple. They're having someone tie their hands behind their back, and then they're just like with their mouths trying to go into the apples and grab them with their mouths and spit them out into a bucket next to it. And people are around cheering them on and placing bets on who can get the most. You don't.
Such animals.
Why would you want apples? Should be bobbing for steaks.
Ew. Why would
But-
you want steaks and a barrel of water?
Better than apples.
No, I think that would ruin the steak.
Not if it's a right done steak.
As something catches your eye over here, as you see this big bulky guy, he like tosses an axe and it like hits this wooden plank here, and it's just slightly off this like painted circles into each other, and people are cheering, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
I'm
barely
definitely
missed it."
getting attracted to axe.
Yeah, and you see it clearly. There's a bunch of muscly people, girls and boys, who are chucking these weapons, trying to. It seems like you can gather as you're looking. They're trying to throw it at this bullseye target. As you approach, this big burly man steps out and says, would you like a try? Only a gold a toss. If you get it bullseye, you get the whole prize of all the people that have been putting a gold in." And he like
It's gonna
kind
go very badly, John.
of he kind of like
But
has
I'm
this
not
sack
gonna
of gold.
not cry.
Yeah, if you toss them a gold, people step aside. They'll hand you an axe,
Oh
and
my god.
you can make like a range
This
attack.
is not why we're here, dear.
And if you hit the AC of the bullseye, which I will not reveal what it is, and you can get the gold.
It's not gonna happen because it's a ranged attack.
At least you'll have the strength to make it stick in the wood, though. So everyone will know you're strong.
Go. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It hits the outer ring, but everyone says like, "Oh, it was like close," and he says, it's close, but not, but not enough for the gold."
This is rigged. These axes are weird. Why do I have to throw it?
Well, that's the point of the game. You can-
Cheating.
No
Let's
cheating.
keep going.
It looks like Katara can kind of pull you away as you start to get angry.
No, I want to. Oh, fine.
And you can kind of look.
I'll be back.
Yes, we're here all day, and then other people are stepping up, and someone's trying different techniques and stuff. And yeah, you can come up. You can see here. There's a bunch of people that are. It's like a guessing game or a memory game. They're like pointing at spots, and he reveals it, and they say, "Oh, I swear it was there," and he says, "Oh, I lost again," and then it seems like it's like some sort of shell game being played. But
Let's keep moving.
do you guys remember who you're looking for?
Yeah, the person who tells fortunes.
So you're looking for the fortune teller. Did you ask around, or you just keep looking booth to booth to see if you can find the fortune teller?
I would just look.
Sure. You don't see any obvious booth that's a fortune teller in this area. It must be past this area, I guess. But there seems to be an armed guard standing there. Seems like a holy person, a random civilian dressed person, and someone with a blade that's just kind of like rested. It's not drawn out like that. It's just kind of at their side, and they have their hand on it. And they're clearly standing. You've seen guards before. They're clearly guarding this way into this area. If you'd like to speak to them or push your way past them, or
How do we
something.
get through?
You walk on up and you say that, and he says, "This is the special area of the circus." This guy in front of you with the blade on his hilt is an elf. And he says, "This area has premium shows. It costs a gold to enter."
What's in here?
There is a magic show that takes place in about an hour. And there is a griffin riding area. You can ride some griffins, if that's so your pleasure. There is a feat of strength. If you can use a giant mallet and smash these small little cans in a certain way, you win a prize. There is an exotic...
Smashing! What prize?
I believe up for grabs today is, he thinks, I believe it is a date with one of our lovely showwomen.
I would probably get in trouble for that, wouldn't I?
I'm not sure. There's also an exotic animal show that will be in 2 hours. There will be a grand musical performance that is in 3 hours from now. And in the very last tent, there is a fortune teller who's been with us for many years. If you fancy your fortune being told, you can head over there.
Alright, I'll pay the gold for all 3 of us.
Oh, as you hand him a gold and you're all trying to walk through, it's a gold per person.
Yeah.
Oh,
The gold.
Oh, I thought you were
us.
trying to pay 1 gold for 3.
Oh, no.
If you hand him 3 gold, then he will not
Yes.
say that. And he'll take your gold, they'll stand aside, and you guys can go to the advanced area if you wish. As you
Where's
walk
the
in,
smashing stuff?
you can hear the sounds of smashing being done over here. Over here seems to be they're setting up a magic show. The griffin riding is available if any of you wanted to ride a griffin. As you see this guy, it's a dwarf. He sees you come out. He says, "Fancy oh, you're running away. Okay, never mind."
Are we going in the right direction? We
Yes.
think, towards the last one?
I don't know. I'm going over to the smashing stuff.
Yeah, as you cross the corner, you see this like glowing crystal ball out here in these 2 seats, but no one's out here. But there is a tent with these moons and clearly fortune teller kind of tent.
How do I smash stuff?
Yeah.
Aquazira, wait.
To smashing!
Be patient.
You know my favorite is smashing.
I know.
They look at you awkwardly if you're moving or not.
Fine. I come back later.
Yes, come back
I
later.
smash all.
Yeah, you guys walk up. There's no one out here, but perhaps someone is inside the tent. You guys could
Hello, fortune lady.
Oh, 1 minute, please. You hear from inside the tent. Do you guys?
All right, I have a minute. I'm gonna go smash.
Just wait. God.
But smash.
You need to be patient. This is a skill you need to develop. You develop the skill by using it. So, wait.
A few minutes pass, and
This has been more than one. I'm sure of it.
yeah, it feels like eternity to you, but it's only been maybe 2 or 3 minutes. There's no activity coming out of the tent yet. Do you guys do anything, or do you wait still?
Hello? Are you here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Just a few more minutes, dearies.
I could be smashing.
Yes, yes. Do the other activities. I will be a few minutes.
Oh, she said I can. Can I go now?
No, we're waiting here.
But smash.
What if we just take the bag and wait and Oz can go smash things?
Yeah, splitting up. That's always a good idea, Max.
She'll be 2 feet away.
Smash. 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 Smash.
The problem is, when she smashes, that doesn't make her want to smash less. It makes her want to smash more.
I only need some smashes.
I do not believe you.
Just 2? 2 smash?
How soon do you think, lady?
It's hard to tell. I'm just finishing something up here. A few more minutes, dearies. Not too long.
Fine, you can go smash. I'm gonna
Smash!
go try
I charge over to wherever it is.
Yeah, this person just has like a falcon on their arm, and they say, "Whoa, whoa, settle down."
Smash!
This is a game of accuracy and skill. He hands you this mallet in your hand, and he says,
Smash!
He points over here. He says, you can either smash the cans as fast as you can, or you can smash, he points up, smash the worms when they stick their heads out. If you can hit 3, you win the prize.
Okay.
Excellent. Wait, which one do you want?
Worms.
Worms. Excellent. He stands aside, or he goes into his pouch. He sprinkles. You see him take out some seeds, and he starts like throwing them all over this patch here with these holes everywhere. And then he stands aside and he says, "All right, get ready. They're gonna start popping out."
Yeah.
I guess you can argue me how you'd like to do this, but I would say reflex save. Each one pops out to.
So yeah, I think the way that Aqua Zero would start on this is like trying to do it normally and then getting annoyed because it is one of those like speed and intensity things. And then she just starts like trying to smash as hard as she can into just the center of it.
Oh.
The intent is if I just bash through whatever is stopping me from hitting these things, I will hit 3 of these things and that will count.
All right, give me a D100 to see how lucky you get with this technique.
Okay.
Yeah, you're pretty good. You hit 1 doing this technique, but the rest, they kind of pop out, pop down, you miss a few of them, and then you start smashing in the middle, and you just happen to hit 1 while they're popping out, but then they stop.
This makes me more angry, and I want to play again. So
Sure.
I don't know what's it cost each time I'm playing this.
So yeah, you finish, and then he goes to like get the mallet from you, and you kind of hang on to it. And he says, again, and then he says, well, the first one was free, the second one's a gold piece.
Here.
All right, you flick him a gold piece. He catches it.
Now I smash.
All right, he sprinkles the seed. Get ready. And then
I
he
am
steps
aiming
aside.
to destroy this game.
And then, all right, give me
And this is strength. I am trying to I'm literally trying to destroy the game.
All right, give me 5 strength checks to
Okay.
see how you do with your swings as you pound the ground. Ooh, very nice. All right, last one. Yeah. So between the 3 20 pluses, your last like smash kind of like breaks the ground, and all these carefully made holes kind of break open. All these worms are just like all in the open all of a sudden. They all start to like squirm away and try to like smash them and kill them all.
I'm like smashing everywhere I can.
Yeah,
Smash!
as you're doing that, you like broke the whole course. He's like, stop, and he's like trying to stop you, but like not getting in the way of your.
I don't understand. I smashed.
But yeah, as you break the course and the worms are scattered, you kind of like toss the mallet aside, and he says, "Well, I guess you won." And give me.
I smashed.
And give me a D100.
All right.
Let's see what the prize is today. Sorry, what did you roll?
24.
24. All right, he says as he digs through his items. Congratulations, this prize is yours, as he looks concerned at his course. And he pulls out a ring and puts it in your hand if you go through.
A ring, a gift from Arfin. For a good deal.
Scratches his head. Doesn't say anything.
Thank you, Arfin.
Well, I gave you the ring.
Yes, but Arfin made the deal.
We
We made a deal, and I succeeded at the deal.
We played a game. There's no deal made.
The deal was if I win the game, I get the thing.
Well, I guess.
Deal. Yes, Arfin be praised.
He kind of shrugs. I guess so. Yeah, you're kind of like walking back, looking.
Yeah,
very
I'll go
pleased
back
with
to the party. I'll
yourself.
be like, I think I solved the Arfin problem.
How?
I won the game, so I made the deal work. And the dwarf said if we praise Arfin and we do fair deals, maybe it'll fix it. So I think I fixed it.
I don't understand, but okay.
And I got a ring.
Okay.
I bite it. How does it taste?
Tastes like a metallic circular object.
It's not like a toy or something like that. It doesn't like.
Nope, it's on your sheet. Should be un-ID'd.
Okay.
It radiates slight light.
Oh, it's glowing. Weird. I got a glowy ring.
And as you walk back to the group talking about your glowy ring, you hear a voice come from the tent. Okay, dearies, come on in. I'm ready for you.
Thank you for taking so long. I got a glowy ring.
We both spoke at the same time. What did you say?
Nothing.
No, what did you say? Go ahead. Sorry.
No, we'll just walk over there.
Yeah, you can move the flap to the tent and walk in, and you immediately, especially the scent-based people in the party, you're wafted with this, like, scent of, like, this incense, and it just smells like, just like all these exotic smells all at once. And you're met with this very old-looking lady. She's kind of hunched over. There's another table in here with this crystal ball and some chairs around it. And she looks up as you guys come in, and she says, "It was foretold I would be visited by some orcs and goblins today. Have a seat, get your fortune told."
Yeah, we were supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking around to see if I see anyone else or anything that looks weird, or if I think anyone else can hear us talking where we are.
You're in an open tent, so theoretically, if there was someone just outside the flaps, they definitely could hear you. You didn't see anyone. You don't see anyone in here besides her.
Okay.
But she is just like doing these weird hand motions around the crystal ball. There's 3 chairs out in front of her, in front of the table, and she says, 3 chairs for 3 of you. It was foretold. Sit down, get your fortune told.
I'll sit down then and say, Akazira, give her the thing.
Yeah, so we have something for you. Did you get that foretold?
I see, child. You have something for me. It is a large gift. She has like her eyes closed and she's doing these things on the crystal ball. And it was a task, a labor of love. You did this not for coin, but for something you want.
Okay. So what?
And, yes, you like to smash, yes.
You heard me say
That
that.
you could just hear.
No, it's the mystical energies on you, I see.
John, I think you should have more characters where you're a fairy fortune teller.
And you.
I was gonna say fairy godmother, but
And then she turns to, she still has her eyes closed, but she turns to Yucatan and she says, "And you, I sense frustration and annoyance at your companions." And then she kind of, yeah, and then she shifts over to Gamix and says, "And you, small but strong, fist of metal, should be feared. Hard to read. Strange, you have a bit of Asriel in you, don't you? My. You possess something you shouldn't. Something your friends don't know about, but something very valuable. It will be a dangerous item you have claimed, but worth every minute of the risk." And then she kind of turns back to you, and she kind of opens her eyes now and looks at Oz and says, "All right, let's see what you've brought me."
All right.
You got this. Oh my, a little bigger than the energies told me. Would you be a dear and just bring it to the back for me? I can't do it at my old age.
Sure.
Thank you so much. And yeah, you can bring
I
it
want to do a sense motive. Does she actually seem like she is old and frail?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can just see like, you can't tell if she's like elf or human. Her ears have like kind of drooped, and they're like droopy, but maybe they were once pointy, but it's hard to tell. She's like very old. Her skin is very like sagged, and she's very old. Wrinkles everywhere and stuff.
What's back here when I'm dropping this off?
Yeah, you pull the tent aside and go back here, and you see clear jars of all these random manner of things. There's a jar full of these eyeballs and liquid. Maybe it's fake, maybe it's for show. She seems to do a lot for show. You can't really tell.
You must be a master chef!
She turns as you're like looking in the bag and says, "Oh no, those aren't for eating. Those are for spells and reading fortunes."
These eyes look amazing. Why would they not be for eating?
Well, you could eat them, but please do not. They are expensive and used for telling the fortunes.
That seems like a waste when you could eat them.
No, what could be more important than seeing your future?
Food?
Well, I guess if you're starving to death, then yes, you could eat them, but...
Always starving.
Well, just don't touch anything back there. Just put the crate where you can and return to us, dearie.
Good.
You can close the curtain and return to them, and she'll say...
Do you want me to open it for you?
No need. You've done more than I could have asked for. Ronald will be pleased to hear his messengers were well received, and a little tip for you for being so speedy about it. And she rummages through her cloak and pulls out...
Can I just take one of those eyeballs?
No, please, no. Just take this as the tip, and she puts a bag on, like, it seems like there's maybe, like...
I'll take the bag and I'll put it in my bag, in the bag of holding.
Sure. And she says, "The brief ones were free. If you wish to have more detailed reading, it is 5 gold a person."
Do I get an eyeball with it?
No eyeballs. Forget you saw the eyeballs, please.
But they look tasty.
Well, you can find your own. Those are mine.
I could. Do you have eyeballs, don't you?
Do not threaten me, boy. Or
You have eyeballs in the back.
what gender are you? I can't tell with your kind.
Well, you should be able to.
I don't want
Can't
to
you-
look.
Can't you tell my fortune?
I can tell your future, but not what you presently are, unfortunately.
A strange gift you have.
It is strange.
What was in the bag?
That I gave you?
Yeah.
Coin for your tip. Didn't need a
How
fortune
much?
teller to tell you that. You can count it yourself. Are you
I already
asking
put
for...
it away.
She laughs. Oh, you're muted, Whitney, if you're saying something.
She's not good with math, that's why she asks.
I thought you were saying I wasn't good at math.
No,
It's if
she
you
is
don't-
a she.
Oh yeah. Oh, thank you for letting me know.
That's my tip for you. Ha ha ha.
I don't get it, but oh, thank you. in
That's
regard-
okay.
I gave you 5 ruby coins. They're quite valuable. They're worth 20 gold apiece.
Thank you.
5 ruby coins.
You're welcome. Anyone want their fortune read for 5 gold?
No
I'm good,
thanks.
thanks.
I'm
I'm gonna go
with the
try
preview.
riding a griffin.
Well, yes, much more fun use of your gold, I guess. Thank you for coming.
How much for one of the eyes?
They're not for sale.
I have ruby coins.
I gave you those coins.
Fine.
She'll try to start ushering you guys out of her tent if you're not buying any fortunes. And yeah, you guys can enjoy the rest of the day of the circus. You can ride a griffin if you want.
Hell yeah.
But we can start to close out here as you guys can tell me any other additional things you guys do as I give you guys experience. You ride the griffins. Do you guys stay for all the events the guy told you about? Or
I don't
you...
want to ride the griffins. The griffins sound terrifying.
I'm riding the griffin.
If everyone else is going off to do something, I will wait until they leave before asking for a fortune.
Ooh. Okay. Let me just dole out this experience, and then we can get your fortune.
The only one of us that actually had her say something that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, the other two leave the tent, and she notices you, and she says, "My dear boy, you linger. What is it you want?"
I'll pull out 5 gold and put it on the table.
And she kind of quickly puts it into her cloak. She says, "Lay out your hands on the table." Yeah, you put out your hands on it, she grabs them kind of like quickly and like roughly, and it's like more strength than you thought this old woman could muster, and she kind of slams them to the crystal ball, and she says, "Close your eyes and focus." And the crystal ball starts swirling with energies. And she says, "Yes, like I said, your future is not yet written. You have a strike of Azrael with you." "I see, yes. The Wayfinders you happen to have possession of. All but the one you are unsure what does you should keep. The rest discard. The elf you took them from will be searching for them. They are marked with magical runes. He will find them soon. You should either sell them or discard them and remove any trace of you from them. The unknown one, yes, this one even eludes him. Keep this one. Find out what it does. It is powerful. This is all I can see. Would you like to know more? It'll only cost you 10 gold. I can't give you more future advice, but I could give you more in-your-face advice. I can let you know what your friends think of you behind your back. I can let you know the next beast you'll encounter on the road. What interests you in your future? If you're even interested in learning more.
I think I've learned all that I wanted to.
What was that?
I think I've learned all that I wanted to.
Well, I apologize for the preview. I may have spoke too much to make your friends a little too curious, but hopefully it went over their heads. Best of luck, little stone fist boy. Good luck. Good luck. She calls off to you as you leave. And all of you have your experience, and we're at our time. Anything on the record you want me to know for next session? I'm assuming if when everyone's free next, we will want to do the Rock Troll Cave. I believe you got
Yes.
2 of you are busy next Sunday. We can talk about it. We can talk about it off stream. But if there's nothing super important to say on stream, I will cut it there. GG's. Thanks for anyone who's watching if they were, and good night.